You're gonna break when you're have a bad hangover. So I wanted to update you on my dad.
Oh yeah.
Believably, he's still coughing from that.
Really? So do you think it was COVID?
RSV.
Yeah, RSV for sure.
Something like that. Not your regular. Basically, RSV is like a really bad cold.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's getting better. His cough is breaking up finally.
Well, that's good, yeah.
And he's taking, what was it to make him feel better, because as I said, remember, I don't know if I told you, he's getting help in counseling.
Yeah.
He did it,
That's good.
and he's taking, what is it, Prozac?
Yeah, good for him. That's great.
I might take some of that, I'm feeling it too.
Yeah. I mean, do what you gotta do, right? Like, there's...
And like, I don't normally take medication, but I hear Prozac can be good for that. And I might take a leap forward to that. Just because I haven't really been motivated. You know how you're not motivational someday, and you're mopey and you stay in the house for days? So I might, because the last couple days mentally I have not been feeling well.
Yeah, talk to your doctor, see what they say, and
Just kind of prescribe a Prozac or something, right? And as I said, I don't take medication, but if it can help me sleep and relax, that way I'm not going to bed at 6 a.m. Like last Saturday, I think I went to bed at 5:15. And I feel like I'm not as functional. Like, I'm not sick, I can function. I'm just really tired. Even today I feel it. Because I've been going to bed at like 4 and 5 in the morning. That can be hard on your mental state though, too. Like, if I'm having drinks in the summertime, that's different. I tend to stay up late if you're having a few drinks. Were you always a late stayer-upper when you were young?
Yeah, totally.
Like 3, 4 in the morning?
Maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah, 2 or 3. But I've never been like an early morning, yay kind of person.
Except on a Monday.
Yeah. Unless I'm getting on an airplane, then I'll get up, no problem.
Or if you brought the Jimmy out.
Oh yeah, Julius, yeah.
You, unfortunately, you never got to experience it.
No, I drove you, Jimmy's.
Oh, right, because you started in 2001. What am I thinking? See, when you're tired, your mind is, I was thinking, you know what I was thinking of? I was thinking when they had just these, but they were just getting them in.
Oh yeah.
You started what?
I started 04.
04.
Yeah. Like we had the Jimmy's, that's when we did our air brakes and class 2 thing on. So I drove them then, like even though I was just going for a shuttle,
You could depend on a Jimmy Still for 12 hours. Imagine if they were low floor today. They could still run. But the oil thing, that's what you would have to worry about. When these were brand new, and I don't know if they still are, they called them clean burning diesel. But as a bus gets older, you don't get that anymore. Would you like to drive 7632 today if they still had it?
Sure, bring it up. Let's do it.
You should hear it at 90K. It's just insane. It's so loud you can probably hear it coming from half a kilometer away.
Well, that's good. Then people are prepared. They've already got their pass out. They're ready.
You want to know something though? That bus is 27 years old and the owner still has it and it still runs like a frickin' tank. Some of the worn out 2001 buses that Transit has running, 7632 runs like brand new compared to them.
You're welcome.
Problem. See, it's with a private owner now. So. Oh, and you know how you're like in your junior days, they would call you in and put you on standby, and there was like, you're hoping to get anything but a school run, and they're like, go do 3 school runs, go do it, right? Get the bus. Have you had that?
I've had that.
Where it's like, go do school runs, and you're like, oh no, please no.
Yeah.
That's lit. Ill.
There's your 3-way split. Enjoy.
But I mean, they can send you out at like 7 because schools start at different times. So I heard, your school run experience, your last one, drove you right out of school runs. You were like, oh, that's it, no more.
Yeah, well, it's been a while, really. It wasn't terrible. Like, the good thing is, if school isn't in, you go on standby. It's kind of nice, right?
Or sometimes you don't get called, you're not in at all.
Yeah. Or if they have, they have Friday or Monday off.
Like during COVID,
Yeah.
they didn't even bother to get some drivers in to go on standby when school wasn't in, when they were signed it. They didn't even have a lot of standby work. They didn't even bother calling them in. Would you do it again if you had to?
I would do it if it was the right hours, yeah.
You would sign on an afternoon one. Or school run and then you go do an express.
Well, we used to have this work out of Anderson, and you could still get it from Big Park. And it started at 7:30, and you could do 2 school runs, and you'd be done at 9. And then you would go back at like 4 o'clock and do 2 school runs, maybe an express, and you'd be finished at like 7:30. So it was a 12-hour day, but it was only 6 hours of work. I would do that again. I did that. It was good.
I hope you sign on the max kill.
Yeah,
Or not sign, but for the week is what I mean.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, what were you saying? I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was just saying I would do that work.
no problem. About 90 almost. There's nothing better than a good old Allison and a noisy motor. Imagine if you had to do a highway run, it'd take me all the way to like Red Deer and back. Going 110 on the highway. You would love that. I'll just give you 7815, the extra noisy bus.
Okay. I'll just wear my earplugs. My noise canceling headphones.
They're good for when me and my dad go on trips because he snores like crazy, so I just wear those.
Yeah.
So you're going home at 17:06. I was kind of confused because you said you were finishing with the 92, and I thought to myself, is she finishing at Mackenzie Town? And I'm like, that's already past 8 hours, so. But I mean, this is a bit different. Normally you would switch to the 96.
Yeah.
You don't switch, don't you?
No, I don't switch.
So it's kind of 92 and 92, your last two. This bus certainly lets you know how loud it is.
Yeah, it's pretty loud, eh?
Did you know our first generation of these had ZF transmissions like the Novas?
Oh, really?
Drivers were complaining about them because they wanted Allison.
Oh, yeah.
And there was drivers that were working out of Anderson at the time. They retrofit them to Allison and moved them to Spring. They're like, what?
Really?
I don't know what's wrong with ZFs. They're just terrible. Sorry, I'm talking pretty loud. That axle is just making itself known.
Yeah.
And I know you're one of the drivers wanting to go faster, but you gotta keep it at 80.
Wanna keep it at 80, yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get stuck in traffic.
Yeah, it's good today.
So, see this? Couple lights down from here.
Yeah.
That red building is where I go.
What's happening with that water slide? It looks really bad. Look at it. It's all like slipping. Do they have a pool in Chestermere or no?
I'm not sure.
You're welcome.
since you've done the 10.
Yeah, a long time.
But I mean, it goes to Chinook.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it was really bad. It's gotten bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How bad is it now?
Like, bad, bad. Like the one. Just sketchiness.
They don't have teamwork out of Anderson yet.
No.
It still is all VP.
Yep.
And there's only 2 buses on it. The 10 service is terrible.
Really? Oh.
Every 30 minutes.
Oh.
And I think for a place like Chinook, it should run every 20. 15 or 20. I was gonna say, do you gotta take the train back, but your car must be here.
Car is here.
I don't think you'll hardly get any kiddos here today.
No, I don't think so.
Not even a handful.
No.
There's a U2.
Yeah. It's the 3 car.
It might be 4 we might have just missed. But I notice now they're only sending a lot of the U2s on one trip only.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on what's available though too, right? Sometimes they still gotta dispatch them on an all-day run because equipment is being maintenance, so they have no choice, right?
Yep.
I wouldn't try dispatching a U2 if I had other equipment available for all-day runs though.
Yeah, no.
Especially in the cold, they're gonna struggle next week.
Yeah, no kidding. Is it supposed to be cold all week or just a few days?
Most like 4, like starting Tuesday really, and then up to Friday. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on if that's fine.
Yeah, no